Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Off the Clock with Tre and KJ. Man, it's been another great week of finding new content for us, and another great week of just going out and doing what we do. Man, Tre, let me know some. How was your week, fam?
My week, it was pretty chill, man. Just working classes per usual, but pretty chill, man. Finally found me a car. After my car went down in Nebraska. Then I came back in August, driving mom's old car, man. It's like a '07 Impala. Um, that had went out after 7 years. So it was a week. I'm walking to work, or like one of my coworkers bringing me back home. So finally went home Friday. Test drove some cars, man. Took the car home that night. Got to dealership around like 10 a.m. Left around like 7 p.m. You know what I'm saying? So I'm back rolling. That's the good thing.
I understand, bro. Hey, that's good. That's good, bro. And the picture you sent of it, the red with the black. I'm a fan of the black because my car got the black accents on it. So, hey, man, that's all right, bro. Hey, congratulations on your new car. Congratulations that you're back rolling. Seems like things are on the up and up for you, bro. Just hey, I'm just glad to know you, my boy.
Oh man, don't hey, chill out. But I appreciate it though, man. Man, I'm not the type that's gonna ask for rides or nothing like that. Um, and it's nothing against people or something like that, but it's just I don't know, it's just something in me that we're like it's like I don't hesitate to reach out and like ask for stuff, but sometimes I'm like, well, shoot, if I can walk to work, I'm only right across the street. So why not get, the little exercise in, you feel me? Because I need the
Yeah,
cardio
yeah,
anyway.
yeah.
So just been walking to work, and just had some groceries from 2 weeks ago that my sister got me, and just, came at Chick-fil-A, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, yeah,
so all worked out,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
That's good, bro. Hey, man, we are glad about it. We are excited for you, bro. Hey, just from the outside looking in, bro, you got it going on, man. What you got for us, bro?
Man, so pretty much today topic will be friendships. Like friendships is something that we value, like that's something that's important to us. So KJ, as we talk about friendships, like what do you define as a friend? Like what do you look for in a friend?
When I'm looking for a friend, I don't normally use the term friend lightly because I typically have a very small circle of friends. But when I look for in a friend, number one, can I trust you? That's the biggest thing. Can I trust you? And that's not the case. That's just not the case for for relationships in the workplace or whatever. It's friend because we tell each other, Tre. Well, we tell each other a lot of stuff that we have to keep between us, right? Y'all, you and Avery are the first two people to know some things about me and my life that other people won't know until it comes out. So, can I trust you? Can I trust you with sensitive information? And then are you loyal? And I get it, people grow, people change, but at the end of the day, are you loyal? Are you gonna switch up on me or you not gonna switch up on me? You feel me? And then number three, the last thing I look in for a friend is, can I be myself around you? See, because when we try to be friends with people, we get into this mode, and I'm guilty of this, especially back when I was like 18, 19 years old. I wanted to fit in so bad, so I was doing stuff that I normally wouldn't do, and it wasn't who I was. Just trying to fit in and find friends, and didn't realize that all that was draining me because I was just trying to fit in and fit a mold that I thought other people expected of me. And so, can I trust you? Are you loyal? And can I be myself around you? I don't want to have to act dignified and in a certain way around you. I want to be able to be my same relaxed self. I act enough dignified at work already. I want to make sure that I can be myself around you. Tell me something, Tre. What do you define as a friend?
No, man, like you really hit some good points there, as far as can I trust you, um, can I be myself around you? Like what I'm saying, like that's like those are like the main things. But as far as, friends, like you said, like I don't really take the word lightly. I mean, like just knowing me, just throughout my years of college, I love to meet people. I love to like interact with people. And there's times where people be like, "Oh, you friendly? Like you got like a lot of friends." Hold up now. I may be friendly and I may know people, but I'm not out here just calling everybody my friend because,
Right.
just looking, like in friendships, one, I value loyalty. Can I trust you and can I be myself around you? Because if I'm around you and I can't be who I am, then we're not friends. And there's a lot of people that I'm cool with, and we're like acquaintances, but um, yeah, I mean, just somebody that I could trust. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that I could be myself around. Because one thing about me, like when you first meet me, like I may be quiet or whatever, but once you get to know me, it's like, dude, this man ever shut up, or oh man, like you funny. You know what I'm saying? So
Right, right.
like I'm really huge on friendships, man. Like, as far as like friends from growing up, friends from elementary, like I don't really have that many. Like I can count on my hand how many people from
Mm-hmm.
elementary school. Granted, I'm 25, but I was elementary school, shoot, long, long time ago. So there's a there's a select few of people that I call my friends.
Mm-hmm.
And like not everybody get that title. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like calling people like my brothers, like my brothers. Not everybody get that title. You know what I'm saying? So, but we also have our different friend groups where okay, I have my friends that I hoop with. I have my
Mm-hmm.
friends from Bible study. I have my friends. Me and my sister, we have like mutual friends, like same friends. So, I mean, there's a variety of
Right.
friends that I have, but I'm not just out here just calling everybody my friend. Like we cool, but what the point that I'm trying to get across is they talk about this today in church. Genesis 2:18. It says, "Then the Lord God said, it is not good for a man to be alone. I will make a helper who is right for him." And that's
Mm-hmm.
not, just saying for,
Husband and wife.
husband and wife. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah,
we
yeah.
were all created because one, we belong and we can't do this walk alone. So it's like when it's people that say like that they don't have friends, I'm just like, wow, bro, like that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like they don't talk to anybody. And that kind of get me down because just just working or just just hearing stuff like just around and there's people who don't really have friends and it's sad. And like I kind of feel bad because I wish I could help. Granted,
Yeah,
I'm a very like friendly person, and like people could tell you that like I'll open up and open up my heart and talk to anybody because
yeah,
you
right,
know
right.
what people are going through. So like I'm huge on friendship. It's like if I call you my friend and I really value you, value you as a person, because I trust you and I like being around you, and you know what I'm saying. So I'm very huge on friendships. I think I take them too seriously, but hey,
That's all right.
that is who I am.
And you said, man, you said we weren't made to do this by ourselves, do this life thing by ourselves, and it goes even further. Jesus on his way to the cross. How he had to carry his own cross. At the end of the when you look at it, you read that story. He didn't do it by himself. He didn't carry that cross up that hill by himself. I believe it was Simon, I want to say, that came and helped him carry the cross. And yeah, we get in our modes. I don't need nobody. I can do this, that, and the third. When honestly, truly, we need those people. We need people that we can be in communion with, in relationship with. Because if not, life will be a whole lot harder. I mean, it goes back to the idea of, and I like what you mentioned. We have our different friend groups. You know, and I'm glad you made that point, Trey. A lot of friend groups would get jealous, envious of each other because they have their different friend groups. We got me, you, and Avery. That's one. And we have our separate little, derivatives, right? But we understand at the end of the day, we're brothers, and no matter how many other friends we have, right? Our bond and our relationship still the same. And we had a type of relationship. We ain't got to talk. I mean, we talk every day, but we don't have to talk every day to understand what's good. We ain't got to be in the same. Hell, I'm in Texas. You're in Michigan. Avery's in Albania. We still find a way to create that bond. And then separate of each other, you got your people up there in Michigan. I got my friends down here. Avery has his people over there. However many other friend groups, bro. And I love how we value our relationships so much that it doesn't matter how many friends or friend groups that we have. At the end of the day, we understand the love that we have for each other and the relationship that we have with each other, and that's important to be able to grow through. Because because I ain't gonna lie, bro. I talk to y'all more than anybody else. I got my people down here in Central Texas. I got some friends here, here and there. I got some friends out in the Southeast Texas area. I got friends in the Houston area, in the Dallas area, right? But at the end of the day, y'all my people. And if I say, hey, Tre, I'm finna go kick it with my homeboys in Houston, you're not gonna feel no type of way. So that a lot of people and a lot of friend groups can't survive that. A lot of friend groups can't, be okay with that and be secure with that. Like, you feel me?
Yeah, like I see this a lot on like Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Mainly for the women, it's just one post to be like, let me find just my one friend and just stick to her. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, but like, there's other people out there that you can, like associate yourself with, but there's also people out there that don't like drama, that don't like having like a lot of friends, which is fine, but to a certain extent, like, not saying that like having this one friend, you will get tired of that one friend. That's not always the case, but it's always better to have more because you learn something new from that friend every day. That friend can teach you a trade. That friend can teach you like a new skill. You know what I'm saying? So it's like having like different friends from like different friend groups, like different countries, different areas. You can learn so much because you don't know, like they can know somebody that can get you somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So, every time I see that post, it's like, does she really mean that she fine like with her one friend? Because it's some women out there with just one friend and they just stick to that because they just can't get along with everybody. But that's not the case for everybody. So, I mean, that's with me. I'm not like that. Like I have like different friend groups and and even like when I'm around, like my female friends or like my guy friends, you know what I'm saying? Like it's always good vibes and we never get tired, like of each other because I could be around all my friends and I get tired of them. We could be around each other for 7 days. I'm like, this so vibe, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not used to being around you so much. So now like that I'm around you, we can catch up from talk about work, personal stuff, sports, anything. So nah, man, I mean, I'm huge on friendship. So this, like it's a part of life. Like we need other people to survive. And it sucks that other people say that they don't need people, but so hey.
I understand. And it's like this. Each friend group has a different, like, speaks to a different personality that you have. Like, I have this professional friend group. I have the sporty friend group that I can go hoop with and work out with. I have the hood rat friend group that I can do hood rat stuff with. And I also have the female friend group to where I'm the guy friend that gives all the real advice and all of that. Like, you have these different friend groups that speaks to that give to these different personalities that you have. and that's healthy. It's not, you're not being two-faced. You're not, it's healthy because, believe it or not, as people, we have multiple personalities. How you are around one group of people is not how you're gonna be around another group of people. It's not how you're gonna be around another group of people, right? So it's healthy. Like I wouldn't dare bring my hood rap friends to my professional, friends. I wouldn't dare bring my sporty friends to my female friend group because this is what it is, right? And so it's healthy to have that. And so, and I learned that in college. I'm like, well, I'm doing this throughout the day. I'm going to my class friends in the morning because we have class, and I'm going to my hoop friends in the afternoon because we got practice, and we going to hoop in the rec, and then I'm going to my female friends in the evening to go do hood rat stuff with, and then start it all over in the morning. And that's what. And to be honest, that is a healthy balance. I will say it that way. Let me say it that way. It's a healthy balance.
Yeah, no, and you made some great points there. But moving on, like as we're talking about relationships, how important are the relationships like in the workplace with the people the people that we see every day?
Professional relationships?
Correct.
Okay. Those are important. Those professional relationships are important. And it's because when you're in a professional setting, the focus is not on, it has gone from your needs to the needs, especially where I work in a school, the needs of the kids and the needs of what we have to get done, the goal at hand, right? So you may not have to like each other. And I've learned this. You may not have to like each other. You don't have to be the best of friends. You don't have to be, a kiki ha ha, but you have to be able to keep that professional camaraderie to get the task done that needs to get done. It's kind of like playing on a team. Nobody, if everybody on a basketball team, I've been around enough teams to know this. If everybody on a basketball team likes each other to the friendship point, then, it's not a bad thing, but is one in a million. Because there's some people you're just not gonna get along with. However, you're there for a common purpose. And you oftentimes hear the term, don't burn the bridge because you may need to cross it, going back. Those professional relationships not only help get the task done at hand, in our case, educating kids and getting them where they need to be, but also you may need something from them in the future. For example, my athletic director, he's his first year as the athletic director at the school, at the district. And although I don't agree with everything that he does, I don't agree with with some of the stuff he puts in place, but it's not my job to resist that. And it's my job to keep that relationship with him so that we can continue to get the job done. And because of that, he told me if he gets another athletic director job, I'm his girls coordinator at that school. So it's far beyond, our preferences. Granted, will it be nice to work in an environment that you like everybody? Absolutely, because I've worked on some great coaching staffs. Every staff that I've worked on, every coaching staff that I've worked on has been great. And I'm bragging about that. Even the coaching staff I'm working with now that I get to lead now, it's great. It's great to love each other. It's great to have that, that friendship. However, at the end of the day, the relationship needs to be in a matter to where you can get the job done, whatever needs to get done. Now, I've been blessed to work with some great staffs. I've been blessed to work with some great people. And let me say it this way. I've never had a direct problem, liking or disliking somebody that I work with. Disagree, yes, but dislike, never. Just because, number one, I mind my business. I do what I need to do, and I go to the house, and I stay out the way. I don't try to get involved with a whole bunch of stuff. But number two, I understand that we have a job to do. And why waste my time trying to dislike you so much to satisfy me? Right? You feel me? So what's your take on it? Well, tell me what you got, Tre.
Oh man. Honestly, I believe just professional relationships in the workplace is like essential to grow, like with people in the organization, because one, coming into a new environment, you don't know anyone. You're gonna try to get to know people, and these are people that you have to come into contact with every single day, no matter if you like your job or if you love it. So, just building on those relationships, getting to know one another, and that just helps later down the line, because as you're building that bond with them, you're learning more about them and they're learning more about you. So you know how to navigate things when there's a problem, and you know how to navigate things when things are going good. But in the same instance, learning from people that's been here for a long time, that can help you for your next job. Not saying you're not go spend that. Not saying that you go spend 10 years at the current job that you at, but you building that relationship, and whenever issues arise, you correct them, you communicate about them, and then also as time goes on, you can go to that person for any professional reference, professional advice, and even just when like you need help on the job. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
these are the people that's going to help you out. Now there's some that won't help you, just say figure it out. Some people say, I'm not here to be a teacher, which is perfect, because I'm gonna figure it out.
Right. Either way.
I just needed like an extra take and opinion on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you've been here for XYZ. I'm new. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
And that happened before, like at a past job. Like some stuff I won't know how to do, but if I don't know how to do it, then I'm asking you, because you've been here, you know how to do it, and I'm just not trying to do the wrong thing.
It ought to be a compliment to some people that we're coming to you to ask you for help, because we value what you do and we value, the work that you put in, right?
Right. So that's not always the case at every gig that you go to and work for, but I've been blessed, with the staff that I have here that I work alongside, because anything I need help with, I can go and ask my coworkers. One, they've been in this field for a very long time. Two, I'm still getting my foot in the door, but I'm still, trying to figure stuff out on my own, because I can go ask a question and know the answer, but I just want to know if I'm going about it the correct way.
See, and it's so funny, bro, that you bring that up. You know the industry that I work in very well, and we're in times of, in rougher times, how it could get. And so I've been, like you said, I'm blessed to be able to walk down the hall, to go to people who have the experience that I'm currently in, to seek advice, to get what I need to get done. For example, I work with maybe 3 former head coaches, who one of them is actually on our staff and can be able to give the advice needed. And so that's why those relationships are important. And then when you're trying to lead people, when you're leading, I've learned that the spotlight is off of you when you're leading. You don't make decisions for you. You don't make decisions for, what you want. You make decisions for the whole entirety of the program or the system in which you're leading. And so people don't always have to agree with what you do, but as a leader, I've learned the easiest way to lead people is to get along with them. You may not like them, but you have a job to do. You have a goal to accomplish. And regardless how you feel about the person, what you feel about this, that, and the third, you got to be able to make decisions for the benefit of them. And so, is it uncomfortable? Yes. Does it take a lot of getting out and going out of your way and walking down the hall and asking for some help from people who've been there, done that, got a t-shirt? Absolutely. And so, and that's what I've learned through it. And professional relationships, especially in the workplace, have benefited me by allowing me to have that space and opportunity to where now I'm acquiring more knowledge through this experience.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man. It's all about the knowledge and just just having those people that you can go to and they can help you. You can learn from them and they can learn from you as well throughout the process. Right. So I definitely agree.
Right. All right, bro. We talk about networking now. Networking. So give me your experience on networking and how valuable it's been for your career.
As far as networking, man, I think it's something that anybody that has a career or want a career needs to do, honestly, because I can apply for a job, me versus 100 like 50 other people, but it's more so who that employer know that's on that list. And as far as like networking and my personal like experiences, I was able to go to the Final Four. I was able to connect with people from all over the country, and I still stay in contact with some of those people. Because you just never know like who they know and like what the people and what the things like that they know can help land you somewhere. I would say like my last job that I worked at, I got that position through my mentor, Adam Carr, because he knew people, you know what I'm saying? So as far as my experiences, I think I do a good job at it. Can I be better at it? Yes. Do I need to increase my network? Yes. But sometimes I've never been that guy where I don't think it's happened to me because I never really sent out emails to people or whatever. But am I like just hearing from some people and things like that? There's some people out there that say that they try to network as best as they can, but they just don't hear back.
Yeah,
from people, and you don't want to be that annoying person that just keep contacting somebody. But I understand, it's a business, people get busy, things like that. But I just don't want to be that guy that's just gonna be emailing.
Yeah.
Because I'll reach out once, and if you don't respond back, I totally get it. You're busy.
I understand.
You've seen it, like you came across it, and you just didn't get back to me. Fine, perfect.
Right.
But if I see you in person, then okay, I'm gonna say, hey, so this such, I sent you an email, just wanted to follow up, just want to pick your brain, things like that. So networking is, it's key, to success. It's a huge factor to getting jobs. You know what I'm saying? Because
absolutely.
By me knowing you might know somebody down at Baylor or TCU that's in the academic advising field, and you know what I'm saying, that can lead me, like a job. So networking is very important, and I think for our athletes as they grow, as they get into college, and they find out what they want to do, I think it's never too early to start network. I mean, even now, your athletes, if they like what they want to do, then they can start getting acquainted. Okay, I don't want to play college basketball, but I want to be a GA, or I want to be a student manager, or I want to figure out how can I get into business, or just things like that. So it's very
See, networking, all too well at the industry that I'm in, how important and how valuable it really is, bro. Because I know as a head coach, I didn't, but our district, they hired, which with my input, 2 people that I knew really well to be our assistant coaches, right? And it's all because I can trust them. And I know that whatever vision that I need to get carried out for our program would have been carried out with them alongside of me, right? And so that's it, and that's why professional relationships are important, and that's why professional relationships and networking can go hand in hand. If I don't know you, and if you're not known, it's not about what you know, which a lot of people, a lot of people kind of get that misconstrued. I have all this experience, I have all this, but nobody knows you, right? And so network is important, bro. You know all about it in the coaching world. Coaches want to hire people that they can trust and they can depend on to carry out the vision for their program. And so social media, if emails had a red option like text messages do, I promise you a lot of these coaches and a lot of these big time employers will be getting exposed, but that's another subject
for another day. But I love that point though. Thanks.
Yeah, bro. I respond to every email, every text message, every social media comment. I do it. I'm a personable guy. I love people, and so I'm gonna always want to spark a conversation. You know me well enough. I can talk somebody's ear off about anything, right? and so that's why it's important. So utilize social media, utilize email, utilize all of this other stuff that connects you with the outside world. And then not only just go out and seek opportunities. Go out and apply for jobs you're not qualified for, so they can contact you and tell you that you're not qualified, and they're gonna move on to somebody else. And then ask them, pick their brain, hey, what can I do? What skills do I need to work on? Why did I not get chosen? Just so you can network and build that relationship with that person. It's simple stuff, but it's necessary stuff at the same time. So networking is very, very, very important.
Yes, sir. So this would be more, like a fun topic to talk about. But if you can hang out with any two celebrities, one on each day, who would it be and why?
Absolutely. So mine aren't really celebrities. They're like public figures, okay? They're like public figures. Number one, easy money. I'm a black man who lives in the South. Barack Obama. I would, me and Barack, I'm not even a golfer, and me and Barack would go golfing. Me and President Obama, sorry, we would go golfing. We would do all of this stuff. And I just want to talk to him because he seemed like he's a pretty chill guy, right? He's living his best life. When he had left the White House and other people had taken over, he was living his best life. He was like, hey, that's not my problem anymore. I'm finna go golfing. I'm finna write a book. I'm finna do all of that. Matter of fact, I have his book in my classroom and I read it. It's pretty dope. Promised Land. And the second one, she's not a celebrity, but they put her on that pedestal. None other than Coach Dawn Staley. I love me some Coach Staley. She's the best at what she does. She has a whole vibe. Coach Staley just be doing stuff. This past off season, after they won NCAA, I think she was on I don't know if it was WrestleMania. It was something where she was just on it, and it was the cornhole. She was in the cornhole league, the ACL, the American Cornhole, and was in the championship. I'm like, didn't she just finish just the season? And I would just love, and she brings her dog to work. I want to be like her. She wears slides with no socks to work. I really want to be like her. And so, she is the absolute best. She has a vibe that is unmatched, and I love Coach Staley. I love following her on Twitter. She replies to every one of your tweets that you retweet of hers or whatever. You mention her, she's gonna show you some love. And so, Coach Staley and President Obama, those are my two. What about you, bro?
Gotcha. No, man, those are two people that I will also add to my list. So your two is my two, but I got my own two. So the first one I would say is Anthony Edwards. That guy, I don't know, but his demeanor, energy, off the court and on the court, he just a funny guy.
Yeah.
like I think it was like one post game conference. He like walked on the podium and they start like asking him questions and he like, hold on, y'all, like I'm ordering my McDonald's. Like, who just says that? And like it was another one where he was talking about like it was something about Cardi B versus like somebody else in twerking, and he was like, I got Cardi B. So just like I don't know, he just seemed like a funny guy.
Just down to earth.
Yeah. Let me think, man. Who else would I wanna hang out with? I don't know, because you took Don Staley, but that was my person that I probably would want to hang out with.
That's my homegirl.
Yeah. Honestly, I would say probably LeBron. I feel like, just to hear like his story, like from his childhood and, like him growing up and just hearing about all his different, his accolades and, his career path from each team that he played on. I feel like he would just be somebody that would just be like a good vibe, like good energy.
Right.
I always see, they post pictures of him like reading books. I really want to know like if you read these books because I always see it on like the first 5 pages. Right. But he just seemed like a down-to-earth person. Really loved the community. So he would definitely be like another person that I would want to.
And talking about a W husband and a W father, he never misses his kids' events. He's always, if LeBron is there, Savannah is either right behind him or right in front of him. He's just a total all-around family guy, great athlete, great brand ambassador, whatever. LeBron is really, this day and age, this generation, he is really the greatest. And it's just not on the court. Off the court as well, and what he stands for and what he represents. So I mean, LeBron is just a great guy. I used to be a hater, but I'm not anymore. So that's my guy.
Well, that's good. That the hating phase died down a little bit,
Not the hating phase.
Oh man, we got like 2 minutes left, man. Is there anything you want to get off your chest that you want to say?
Hey, keep tuning in, keep coming in and talking to us. Hey, we got some people coming up that's gonna bless us and that's gonna have some great conversations with us. It just won't be us two every time. I promise you, we got some big time. We know some big time people, so we're gonna bring some big time people on and talk to us. And so just stay tuned. We getting this thing rolling. I appreciate y'all sitting here and kicking it with us for the past 45 minutes here. And I can't wait to see what we got upcoming in the future. What you got, Tre?
Yes, sir. Like KJ said, just stay tuned. And if there's any topics that you want us to talk about, just text us, let us know. If we could cover it, we'll definitely do it. You know what I'm saying? No judgment here, but anything. It could be from transfer portal. It could be anything going on in the world. And and if we're educated enough, you know what I'm saying, we'll talk about it. So thanks for tuning in. Really appreciate y'all listening, and we'll catch y'all next week.
For sure. Peace.